Hello Sagittarius, hope you guys are doing good, man. We're going to be doing your July 2022 timeless love reading. Yeah, hope you guys been good. We're going to just take a deep breath, say your prayer, and just get started, man. Alright, pray to God, Spirit, my guides, my angels, my ancestors to help myself, Sagittarius, and anybody watching to see the clearest messages for the highest good of all involved in our love and relationships for a timeless love reading for July 2022. You don't even have to have Sagittarius in your chart, nor do you have to watch it during July. You can really watch it whenever. If it resonates, it resonates. We're just going to do our thing, man. We're going to shuffle up. If I have any questions, I'm going to pull cards for those questions. And then we'll close out with the magical spell cards deck. Yeah, so apologies, these are a little late. To take a little bit of a break. Kind of didn't have a choice. Let's see. Well, let's just start with the bottom of the deck. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so this could be somebody you're dealing with. It could be a feminine counterpart. Divine feminine doesn't have to be gender specific. Regardless, though, there are a lot of emotions here in this connection. Whether this is you or your person, clearly you guys are feeling each other. There are a lot of feelings and emotions here in this connection. We did get a little stack, though. We have a little story time. Oh, you know what's funny? The Empress came out, so this could very well be a divine... You know what's funny, though, Sagittarius? I remember when we did your reading last month, that's kind of what was coming out. You were dealing with a feminine counterpart. You were in a situation where I think it was something where you had to kind of make amends or something like that. There was something going on in which you kind of had to do a thing, say a thing, move differently. Let's look into it, though. I want to see it. Clearly there's a feminine energy here. This could be you. We're going to find out, right? Yeah, man. So it does look like things are coming back into balance. I feel like there has been a recognition. I don't know how to say that. You have recognized that you do want to balance this out, either you or your person. This could be your person. You could be dealing with a feminine counterpart who does want to bring balance into this connection with you, with the Six of Pentacles. This, to me, can represent... I don't know, I'm hearing like combining finances, right? So that could be like, that's something that's been coming out for some of the signs. We've been in this space of relationships where a lot of people are moving into the logistical aspects of the connection and determining how it is you're going to combine resources with the threes and how that's going to bring balance into your connection. But the next card out, there's a little bit of fear and apprehension here, though. We do have the Fool reverse. So to me, the Fool reversed, if you guys recall, maybe about a month ago when we were doing some of the collective love readings, we were kind of discussing the Fool reverse for one reading in particular. I don't recall which one it was, which is not very helpful to you guys, but regardless, if you do know what I'm talking about, then you'll know what I'm talking about here. And it's just energy of like, there is the desire for a new beginning, there is a desire to move forward, but it's just a little bit of apprehension. There's some fear, and I feel like that's coming from both sides right now. I feel like both of you have been through a lot as individuals, and deciding to want to come back together, naturally there are going to be fears. There may be new fears that have arisen from you being involved with other people. Maybe you have been in separation, and I feel like this is a reconciliatory card. Hey, I got the word right. If you saw any of the other readings, I could not say reconciliatory to save my life for any of the readings, but I'm feeling in a much better energy. I went to like a new spot too, and I really like it out here. It might be my new reading spot. I don't know, we'll see. It is nice out here. A lot of trees. I don't know if you can tell, lots of trees and stuff. I like trees. A lot less cars too. There's not all these people like parking near me and stuff. It's really, really nice. It's really chill. But yeah, man, so reconciliatory energy here, apprehensiveness. Yeah, I feel like somebody made a bad judgment call, man. When I see this in reverse, it's either somebody not admitting to their faults, not willing to face the consequences of their actions, or recognizing that they have made a bad call. Maybe you decided to walk away from somebody, maybe this person decided to walk away from you. Regardless, it just feels like, you know, not a good idea. I think you're both coming to this realization now that whatever it was that happened really wasn't in the highest good of either of you, even though it may have seemed like that at the time. And I kind of feel like there's this energy of just wanting to reconcile despite the past that you have had with this person, right? That's what I'm saying, dude. When we're getting these two cards here, are we going back to the beginning here? No, okay. When we're seeing these two cards here, man, we have the Star. Let's just talk about this. We have the Star reverse and we have Judgment reverse, okay? So I feel like somebody here is just not listening to their intuition. I feel like this has to do with you, Sagittarius. I notice when I do read for the Sagittarius energy, I tend to tap into a more masculine side of things. Doesn't have to be gender specific. But if you are dealing with a feminine counterpart, I feel like there's a need to kind of accept your part in the situation. I'm not saying, your counterpart or your person is perfect, but there is definitely a need to accept your part in the situation. How have you not listened to your intuition here? How have you gone against what it is you knew was right for you, and why did you do so? And I feel like now you're facing the consequences of those actions. And again, this doesn't have to be you. I mean, I feel like if you're a cross watcher, this will likely apply to you. Whoever it is I'm reading for has made the decision to either move away from the connection or whatever it is they decided to do, and it just really was not in divine accordance with the way things should be moving. However, though, we do have the Three of Cups. So I feel like that's coming to an end, okay? I feel like even though it is in the reverse, this does speak of not listening to your intuition, making a bad judgment call. I feel like you're coming out of that energy, and now you're kind of realizing, wow, like I actually do want to reconcile with this person here with the Three of Cups, of wanting to rebuild the connection, wanting to move it into a healthier space, and by doing so, it's going to be a nice, happy time for you. It doesn't really feel like third-party energy to me. I mean, we're not really getting too many court cards or anything. It's mostly just like this energy of reconciliatory energy. It's wanting to come back into somebody's life, and that's kind of what I've been seeing for a lot of the different signs. This is something I saw for Taurus, for Gemini, probably other ones, pretty much like everybody. I haven't posted Leo's reading yet. Well, it'll be out by the time this is out, but in Leo and Virgo, Taurus and Gemini, pretty much like everybody had reconciliatory energy on the cards. And I feel like because I read for a small collective right now, that's kind of why I feel like we're tapping into that, because a lot of us are in this space here we've kind of gone within, we've done our work, right? We did all the work here. Where is the star? Yeah. We did all the work. We went inside, listened to our intuition, and I feel like that's kind of why this is here. It's because this energy is closing out. And that's why there's like a celebratory energy again. But if we're looking at the next card, we're just back to the Empress. So I'm going to pull some more cards here, though. We're going to do like one last pull here for you. I guess I should ask, well, before I pull, we do have the bottom of the deck, the Universe card. Needing to just trust the universe, trust in the process that, like, if you really do want to realign with this person from your past, if it is a counterpart, and your person decides they want to do so as well, this energy is serving that. The universe is going to bring that in for you because you both are basically trying to manifest each other. And that's kind of what I'm hearing. You're both trying to manifest each other because you both have tried, maybe moving on, tried dating other people, and it just doesn't seem like it's working out for you guys. And a lot of the times when it comes to divine connections, if you want to get into twin flame stuff, I'm trying to shy away from some of the terms in particular because it can become very convoluted. On one of my daily messages on jstarotservice on Instagram, I did talk about that, how a divine connection will never be abusive. There may be triggers and there may be, toxic dynamics, but in terms of like actual like emotional and physical abuse, which by the way, if that is happening to you, I am so sorry and I pray that you get out of that, but that just does not exist in a divine connection from my perspective, from my understanding and my experience. In a divine connection, it was never abusive. The person that I would consider to be my person, it was never abusive. It was always really, really healthy in a sense. I mean, yes, we triggered each other and we did have arguments, we did have fights and it led to separation, but it was never abusive. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, there have been situations that I had been in afterwards that were very abusive, and that was a stark reminder of just how different that energy is. You can very well be with a fake twin flame, and that can become abusive and emotionally abusive. It is not fun. I don't know if you can hear the sirens. There's a ambulance or something. I don't know. It's like on the street out there, but yeah, man, to me, when I get the ambulance, I feel like that's divine protection. Whenever I do hear that, whenever I'm doing my thing, it's like I feel like you're being divinely protected from the past, from abusive situations, and you need to trust in the universe and trust that, like, I guess trust in yourself also. I feel like that's kind of the message here. Is like, yes, trust in the universe, but also trust in yourself enough to move away from situations that you know are not right for you, so that you can move towards situations that you know are right for you, okay? Yeah. We're just going to do bottom of the deck, man, because there's some good cards coming out. We have the Hierophant. So to me, this is learning from the past. This is knowledge. This is commitment. This is traditions, moving away from traditions. I feel like right now, the situation you may be dealing with here, I feel like whoever it is, your counterpart, I'm just going to pull the Empress out, right? Let's just go like this. Well, actually, well, hold on. We have counterparts here, actually. Well, I just pulled the card under it, and it turned out to be counterparts. So we do have counterparts. We have the Wheel of Fortune under that. We have the Ace of Wands under that. Ten of Cups, and Ace of Swords. We'll stop it at Ace of Swords for now. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna do a little story. Not even really a story, but sometimes when I do the bottom of the decks, we'll get some of these cards here. So we have counterparts, right? This is what's coming through, man. I feel like I kind of took a little bit of a break from reading counterpart energy. I kind of tapped into maybe like just regular soulmate relationship energy, which can be different depending on who you talk to, different definitions, different experiences, but regardless, we do have this coming back out for you. We have the counterparts here. They're in the upright position. They are looking at each other now, if you do notice that. They are acknowledging the connection, and it feels like it is divinely fated, man. When I do see, we have so much major arcana here. It's like regardless of what you two are going through right now, that's just a shadow. I thought that was a person behind my car. Just a shadow for sure. But yeah, man, I feel like whatever it is you two are going through, it's divinely guided, man. I mean, this is all major arcana. The Empress can speak of something growing, coming to fruition, pregnancy, fertility, all of those kinds of things that have to do with feminine energy, nature, plants, fruits, you know, just harvesting, and just in general, like, I don't know, general vibrancy of growing, man. That's pretty great. But it's like the fact that we do have the counterparts, okay? And then we have like all of this other great energy here. But there's a little bit of a lack of clarity right now. There is a lot of lack of clarity, actually, but it's like with the Wheel of Fortune, this can represent karmic situations, moving away from karmic situations, moving out of situations that may have kept you in a state of not having clarity with the Ace of Swords reverse. But what I'm seeing here right now, it's like whatever it is you're going through, it's divinely guided, and it is leading you to this new beginning, which is going to be extremely emotionally fulfilling. But the problem is you're not seeing that, and it's almost like you're having trouble recognizing what is available to you because you're not seeing it in the physical. And I feel like we tend to have that issue when it comes to relationships like this. We get so caught up in this energy, we fail to see this energy. We fail to see this energy, the counterparts. We fail to see so many things that are actually available to us because we are too focused on where we are on that wheel. And it's like, okay, right now you may be here in this wheel. You may be in the space of like, okay, I'm not sure. I don't know which way to move. Maybe that's because sometimes you're not meant to. I think right now, especially with the Empress, there's a need to embody that divine feminine energy, right? And so now I kind of feel like I'm tapping into the feminine here. We were speaking to a masculine earlier, it felt like, but it feels like there is going to be communication coming in about this connection, and that is something that has been coming through for almost all of the signs I've been reading for this month. Last month there was a lot of separation. There was a lot of just, you know, internal work. There was a lot of just reflection. There was a lot of just individual work away from each other, separation, right? But I feel like now the universe is trying to bring us back together, but keep in mind there is free will on both sides. There are influences on both sides, and so it is something where you need to trust in the process. And if this does come in for you, be willing to have open and honest communication, and be willing to cut things away that are not serving you, your person, or the connection. Because keeping in mind, when you do come together with a counterpart, you're creating an energy field within the connection. You have both people, and then you have the connection as a whole. And as that stands, it's something where you're kind of needing to recognize how what you do outside of that connection, okay, hold on. Trying to synthesize this in a way that makes sense. I know you know what I'm probably trying to say, but I'm trying to say it in a way that makes sense for me too, like speaking it at least, because you can energetically understand the message, but I want to speak it out. So recognizing that you can both impact the connection by how it is you move as individuals. So the people you associate with, the energies you let into your life, the things you do, that can be like addictions, habits, jobs, careers, and take it any which way it resonates with you, but really needing to what's the word? There's a word I'm looking for. Audit, I guess it's like a tax term, but like basically auditing your life right now and recognizing like what is it I need to do that's going to allow this connection to flourish, and recognizing what things you have done that have caused this situation to be in this lack of clarity. How can you bring clarity to yourself and then into the situation through conversation with yourself, internal dialogue here with this card, and then external dialogue with the counterpart when that comes in for you. All right, let's go ahead and close it out here for you, Sagittarius. I'm liking this new spot, man. I've never been in this spot for readings before, and I like the energy here. The energy of the spot I usually read at is very hectic, and I feel like a lot of the times, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just in a more peaceful space today. After my little need for a break after like pushing myself way too hard. I've kind of learned to understand that maybe I should take a little breaks here and there. So gave myself a little bit of an extra break today. Probably why I'm also feeling quite well and why I feel like this reading is going so smoothly. So let's go ahead and close it out here for you, Sag. What do we have for Sag? Okay, so bottom of the deck we have Prosperity, card 3. Says, as this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. Okay, so whatever it is you're dealing with, man, and I feel like this person coming in, it's going to be a very prosperous situation. It's going to be a very prosperous relationship. Not only that, but I feel like this is a very prosperous time in your life because you are auditing your life. You do want clarity. Everybody wants clarity. I can't think of one person who does not want clarity unless they're the ones that are causing the, what would you say, not disclarity, unclarity, specifically the ones that are causing the confusion. I feel like those are the people that obviously want to stay in this energy because they're trying to manipulate or whatever. But aside from the point, it has really nothing to do with this reading. You are in a very prosperous phase in your life because you are changing. I want to say I'm very proud of you for growing how much you have since the last reading I did. I feel like there was a lot of need for self-reflection and maybe to make some, personal changes with how you move in your life. But it looks like you've done that. And I feel like that's why the Queen of Swords came out. You've cut out the things that were not serving you. You walked away from people who were manipulating you. You stopped your own manipulative behaviors. And now the universe is rewarding you with that because it's not like there's like a reward system, I feel like, with the universe. But it's more so the universe is responding to you. The universe is responding to your growth. And you're getting this prosperous time in your life because you have changed, right? Your first card out, that was Beauty. So it says, I have form which is divine. I allow that is within to shine. So I think you've really tapped into your inner space, man. I feel like you've really moved past some of these superficial aspects of beauty that we can tend to fall into in a divine connection just because of I don't know. I feel like society tends to place us in that phase of feeling very superficial and things of the sort. Sorry, just 1 second. Okay, we're good. So I feel like there's really just this space right now of tapping into your inner beauty. And that is what is going to allow you to really embody this prosperous phase of your life. Yeah. Let's get the next card out, guys. It's card 16, Joy. It says, as I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. Okay? Yeah, man. Like I'm saying, I feel like you're just entering this really beautiful phase. These are the cards that are coming out for you. This can represent your relationship for sure. I feel like you're now kind of accepting the inner beauty of the relationship. You're really accepting the emotional depth between you and your person. And you're kind of finding joy in that. Even if you're in separation and you're not talking right now, you're able to tap into that. That's something I personally experience as well. When I am in separation, and if I go through things outside of that with other people, other relationships, and I get heartbroken or hurt, I can tap into this love. I can tap into my inner space, and I can tap into the love I have for my person. And by doing so, that really allows me to see my inner beauty. That allows me to see my worth because it allows me to understand that I have the depth to feel a love so deep. And I feel like that is the energy you've been tapping into. It's really beautiful. I'm really happy for you. So let's see here. We have, yeah, dude, last card here for you. We have card 18, Best Possible Decision. It says Goddess Artemis. If you know anything about Artemis, she is the goddess of fertility, not fertility, excuse me, chastity. She is the protector of women and virgins, and she is essentially just a very beautiful goddess to call on for protection. If you feel like you need spiritual protection, if you feel like you're going through a lot karmically, this is the goddess you would call on. I spoke about this on, I don't know what reading I did, but Artemis will tend to come out in a situation, and I have noticed my own personal work with Artemis. She has helped to guide me through love quite a bit. It's not something where, like for instance, like if you work with Aphrodite and you work with Artemis, you would expect Aphrodite to be the one that would come through and be like, oh, tell you about, your love situation and guide you into love. However, I've noticed that Artemis tends to be the one to do this, and Aphrodite will be the one to provide more insight into karmic aspects that may be going on outside of the connection and offering forms of protection in different ways. So if you do feel called to work with any deities, Artemis is a great deity to work with, in my opinion. Regardless, though, it says best possible decision. So I feel like there is a decision that has been made, and it's by the universe, by your person, and by you. It's co-creating together to choose each other. Choose to experience the joy of this connection. Choose to see the beauty that is available to you here in this connection. And really recognizing just how beautiful it is and just how far you've come. And I feel like that's what's going to be coming in with this communication. You're going to discuss how far you have grown as individuals, and that is what's going to allow you to connect on a deeper level, because you can only connect with somebody as deeply as they've connected with themselves. And I feel like the separation has allowed you to connect so deeply with yourselves that you can now connect with each other on a much deeper level. But that is really all I have for you, Sag. These are your cards. Yeah, man, if you want to see like more videos, I do post timeless love readings on my Instagram, jstarotservice. I just do like 1-minute reels, 1441 on my counter here, and it's really, really nice. I like to do them because it's kind of like a step-by-step experience of, you know, readings like these, and the readings I do on YouTube, and they kind of are interchangeable, excuse me, because we'll tap into one, you know, on the dailies, and then sometimes I'll do like a collective love message and we'll extend on that, and vice versa, and it just goes, you know, either way. Regardless, though, I am actually now offering personal readings, so if you do want to book a personal reading, I have my email in the description, so just send me an email and we will book something for you. But that is all I have for you, Sag, and I appreciate you. I'm sorry again that this is a late reading. You got probably the longest reading so far of all the signs, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in your next reading. Goodbye.